here I have the H11 low beam headlight, LED headlights. Look how thin that is. Okay, now that's something that you want to look for. You want to look for this space right here in between the two being as thin as the regular filament on your halogen bulbs. That way you're going to get the best light. And that's my plug. Alright, so those are the H11 low beams. I also got the H7 high beams, and believe it or not, in this little tiny box are 2 H1 bulbs that I need for my fog lights. And while I was at it, I went ahead and ordered a bunch of replacement LED bulbs for the interior, like the dome light, courtesy light, some other lights on the outside. Everything I need for my car except for the back bulbs, and I'll do those in a week or two. But anyway, so these are really good. They're not the kind that have a fan, but instead they have this really nice heat sink. These are only 8,000 lumens. Alright, I didn't want to get the 10,000 lumens because 8,000 is plenty bright enough, and I don't want to be that guy that's going around blinding everybody on the streets. Okay, I hate it when I come across head on to a car that has the extremely bright 10,000 lumen bulbs. They're just blinding. But all of these are 6,500 Kelvin, so that's going to be a very bright white color. Now, I want to show you something. So they sent the instruction manual. Of course, each one comes with the instruction manual, and it is very, very easy to read, very comprehensive, and the English translation, I don't know where these are made. I'm assuming China, but the English translation is actually very good. They must have an English speaking person on their staff. But one thing I want to show you, okay, so their warranty policy is really kind of unique. If you see here, what they want you to do is cut the wire. If they don't work, cut the wire at the base of the bulb and then take a picture that includes the barcode that is on the cable. You have to do that, but you have to cut it and then include the barcode. You take a picture of it and send them the picture, and then they send you a free replacement. Do not send these back to Amazon. Okay, I just want to point that out to you. So I'm not putting these in a Ranger today. I'm going to put them in my 2007 Volvo XC90. So stay tuned. Let's get these installed. Alright y'all, so I'm ready to put in these H11 LED headlights from BeamTech. H11 are the low beam for my car. Again, today I'm putting this in my 2007 Volvo XC90. I'm not going to go over the specifics about how to remove your bulb and all that kind of stuff, because I don't know what kind of car you're putting it in. So, you know, the process is all different. But for mine, it's real easy. I pull this up, and the whole assembly slides out. It's that simple. But to show you, that is my current stock halogen low beam. Alright, I just want to include this so that you can see the color. And the new lights, they are, again, they're 8,000 lumens per pair. so that's 4,000 per light. This halogen that I have in, from what I've been reading, is probably about 1,500 lumens. But and these are the 6,500 Kelvin. So that's going to be a bright white, you know, kind of like what you see on this package, actually. Okay, well, that couldn't have been any easier. Here it is installed. Okay. Now, I wanted to point this out to you. A lot of these LED bulbs, they are polarity sensitive. So when you first put it in, before you put, you know, your headlight back in and everything, turn on your switch, make sure that they work. If they don't come on the first time, take this plug out and just flip it over and put it back in. Okay, it's that easy. So here we just stuff this in here, stuff that little wire back up in there, and then I've got this cover. It goes on there, and I'll push it back in and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so I've got the low beams installed, and I'm not gonna fasten everything back down yet because I do want to replace the high beams while I'm here. And then I've got a couple of bulbs here at the bottom and the blinker that I have LED replacements for that I want to put in while I'm out here doing this. But look at this. Holy cow. Look at that color. That is bright, and it is white. And to show you the other side, that's the yellow stock bulbs. And that is the BeamTech LED replacement, 6,500 Kelvin, 8,000 lumen per pair LED lights. That is fantastic. I am super pleased. So tonight I'll come out here and I'll add to this video so we can see what it looks like at night. Okay, so now I'm replacing the high beam, the H7, and I did want to show you this because my car has this little bail that comes down that latches on the socket. They say that they make these bulbs to fit 95% of the cars out there, and if things don't go right, they will gladly help you out with getting a right adapter. But I don't need an adapter for these, because if you twist this little retaining ring right here and slide this off, okay, now you can go ahead and drop this in here, get it lined up. Come on, quit being like that. Nope, not quite. There we go. Notice at the top of this, it does have a little flat edge, and then it's tabbed. But you want to go ahead and put this little socket in here. Okay, now I can go ahead and close this bail. Okay, everything's right. Okay, now all I do is I take the bulb, drop it in there, push it in there, and twist it. All right, that's it. Line that up just a little bit, and then you put the wiring harness back in, and everything's wonderful. Okay, I just got the high beam H7s put in, and I wanted to tell you again. So the first time I turned it on, it did not work. And all you do is pull that plug out, turn it around, push it back in. Okay, because they are polarity sensitive. But I want to show you this. I know it's daytime, but you can see, man, I mean, that is unreal. Now let's look at the halogens on the other side. Oh yeah. See, I thought those were good, and I think they're the you know, expensive silver stars or something like that. But you know, you can see that they're still pretty yellow. They're bright, but they're yellow. And now we got the 6500 Kelvin 8,000 lumen per pair, so that's 4,000 each. Alright, so check this out. While I've got my headlight assembly out, I'm changing out these side marker lights. This is the regular incandescent bulb. That's just your typical, I think it's like 194 or something like that, little 12 volt bulb. This is the LED replacement that I got. Check that out. So it's got 4 around there and it's got 1 on top. Holy moly, this is going to be fantastic. Wow, look at that. I don't know if you can see this. It looks yellow on the camera, but I'm telling you, these are just as white. They're 6,000 Kelvin, but they are just as white as the headlights. And you know, the first time I put them in, it didn't work. I just pulled it out, turned it around, stuck it back in, it came right on. And so I can't believe that on the camera these look yellow, but I'm telling you, they are brighter than a sheet of paper. Okay, well there you go. That's the high beam and low beam on both sides of the Volvo, and that little marker light right in there. I changed that one and changed this one. No, I changed this one. I have to order a different bulb for that one. And I also ordered the H1 bulbs for my fog lights. However, I just had surgery, so I don't need to be on the ground crawling up under there changing those. But I'll get those done in the coming weeks, and I'll include that in another video. Okay everybody, I hope you can hear me. This is my nighttime test of the LED headlights. I am about 100 feet away from my car. I'm going to turn around now. I just want to show you, this is an abandoned road, and up in front of me, that white blob up there, I don't know if you can see, but that's a building that's currently being built. I think it's a nursing home, but anyway, it's lighting it up pretty good. So I'm 100 feet away, and I'm going to turn around to my car. Let me stand right in the middle. That's it right there, and that's low beams. Let me squat down to where an oncoming car would be. Dang, that's pretty bright. But so I am on this abandoned road because right there, I don't know if you can see, right there is a closed down Fred store. So I used their wall to do the headlight adjustment per specs from Volvo, and I've got it right on the money. But so here I am right at the headlight, and that's what I'm getting. Now I'm going to turn on the brights. You're not going to believe this. Okay, this is the bright lights. Look at that. Oh my God, that's so bright. And that's the low beam. High beam, low beam. Let me get a front shot of the car with the high beams. Good Lord. I mean, on the camera, it looks a lot brighter than it really is because of all the glare and everything. I mean, not brighter. It just looks like it's more diffused and not aimed. But trust me, it is aimed. So I'm going to walk over here. Well, actually, I'm going to go turn the bright lights off again.
dot or summit. Keep those capitals at the top of 1.1.
Okay, so that's just the low beams. That's my shadow right there. So I'm going to stand over here like I'm an oncoming car. Again, in the camera, that looks like I'm just throwing out some aircraft spotlights or something, but it's not. It's the camera makes it look much worse than it really is. But when I squat down to where a car would be, realistically, that's not bad. That's not bad. Again, it looks much worse than it is on the camera. I mean, the camera makes it look worse than it really is. But anyway, that's it, and that is the headlights aimed exactly to Volvo factory specs. I'm gonna get in my car.
Delicious low sodium flat tricks. Maybe a brake show, so stay tuned.
We'll take a look at oh, and I just replaced my interior dome lights. That's pretty bright. But anyway, so this is from sitting at my car. Alright, that's from sitting in the driver's seat, and that's the bright lights. Again, low beams. But wow, I'm pretty impressed. Those BeamTech lights for 40 bucks for a pair is unbelievable. I am getting a headlight failure warning on my display over here, but I've been in touch with BeamTech, and they're going to send me a little adapter that I need to put on. But anyway, that's it. So that's my headlight review and install of these LED headlights. Again, this is in a Volvo XC90 2007 model.